Hey, it's me again, Mr. Capton, and I'm going to teach you about something called decimals, and we're also going to talk about some ostriches. An ostrich is the world's largest living bird, and it can have a mass of... Do you know how to read this number? And do you know the meaning of each digit? Those are the things we're going to look at in this lesson. We're going to start by taking a look at this place value chart. The number we're working with, 5,652, is nothing new. You've seen numbers like this before, even this year. The 5 is in the thousands place, the 6 in the hundreds, the 5 in the tens, the 2 in the ones or the units place. And if we were to continue to add numbers to the left to make this number larger, we would have new place values like 10,000s, 100,000s, and then millions if we kept going. Things get interesting when we add a decimal. Our number now reads 5,652 and some extra stuff over here. This extra stuff represents parts of a whole. So all these numbers on the outside, on the right side of the decimal, are less than 1. So what would we call the place value for each of these numbers? For number 2, what place value is that in? Or the 7, or the 8? And how would we read a number like this? Maybe I'll start by just telling you and explaining it afterwards. The 2 is in the tenths place value, the 7 in the hundredths, and the 8 is in the thousandths place. We call the tenths place value tenths because it would take 10 of whatever's in this place value to make one whole number. So 2 tenths is really 2 out of 10 when we're trying to make a whole. The 7 would be 700ths. So it would take 100 in this place value to create one whole. And then the same with thousands. So it would take 1,000 thousandths to make one whole. So reading this number is something different as well. You need to say something for the decimal. And that's the word and. So if I was to read this entire number out loud, it would be 5,652 and 278 thousandths. So I have 278 out of 1,000 pieces that would create one whole. So here's another place value chart. And when you're reading a number like this, you start with the digits in the whole side of it, using whole numbers. And then, when you hit the decimal, you say and you read the part after the decimal, 5,369, as a part of a whole. So I'll let you give this one a shot. If you said 127 and 5,369 ten thousandths, you're correct. Good job. Okay, so I know this is getting kind of long, but let me just give one more example. We're going to talk about the fairy fly, the world's smallest insect. This place value chart shows the length of the male fairy fly in centimeters. 0 and 139 ten thousandths. We have 100th, which actually looks like this, 3 thousandths, and 9 ten thousandths. And when you add those together, you get 139 10,000ths. We read the decimal as a whole number, then say the name of the position of the last digit. So we read that number 139 10,000ths because the 10,000ths is the name of the position of that last digit. So thanks for listening, and I hope this helped you to understand decimals and how to read them out loud.